Got it strapped up.
I want to see. Make sure. Look at how I got that. Gotta make sure it's not. Don't crush anything.
No, that looks good. There you go. I don't know if y'all can see it, but we've had two bolts that broke off right here, and this little bracket right here that helps hold the tank up. Anyway, they broke out, so this side of the diesel tank's kind of just hanging until we get these bolts out and get it bolted back up. We're gonna get by till we get back to the shop, basically, and then we'll work on it. But I don't know why they broke. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you're watching Triple R Farms. Here's what we got on tap for today. It's going to be another busy one. I had to come over here to fill up first thing. Number one, I had to clean out his strainers. He wasn't keeping up with the 50 gallons to the acre, and after I got the strainers out, they look pretty clean, so kind of confused on why it wasn't keeping up with that. What he had to do, he went up with his hydraulics. That didn't help. He hit a point where that wasn't helping, so all he did is the last thing you can do is just slow down a little bit. So anyway, he slowed down. But anyway, I put some bigger strainers in there with some bigger holes, so I'll see if that helps. Next thing on the list, I got to go down here. The big pivot, had it walking the other day, or Philip turned it on the other day, and he said it didn't move, it cut off. So what probably happened is we had a tower get out of line, so I'm gonna crank it up and see if I can get this thing walking. Unfortunately, Dad is at the Haygood land this morning ready to plant cotton, and apparently I did not put the new AB lines in his tractor. I thought I put them in all the tractors, but he's telling me I didn't. So we got to get this going really quick. Then we got a, I don't know, 55-minute drive all the way back to Dad, because he is just sitting there waiting on us. And we'll put the new AB lines in there for that farm, and it's got the inroads and everything, and then he'll get going. But yeah, we got a lot to do, and we got to do it quick. So let's get this video started. Welcome back, guys. So basically, the easiest way to figure out if you got a tower out of line is you look at this hydraulic gauge right here, and we should be around 1500 when the thing's running. 1500, 1700 pounds of PSI. But if we're right there around 1000, that means we're out of line. Sometimes you get lucky. If you crank it up, sometimes they'll line themselves back up, but most of the time they don't. So we'll crank it up and we'll check this gauge and see what happens. Well, it doesn't look like she's gonna line up for us today, so we'll have to drive down there, figure out which tower it is, climb up there, and I'll show you how we do it. Darn. So what we need is a 9/16, and you'll need a pair of vice grips. And what we'll do is we'll walk down the pivot and we'll go to each tower, but the one that's out of line will be making a loud noise. And that is the one right there. So what we'll do is we'll climb up this ladder right here. What you want to do is you want to climb up the opposite way if you're going, so we're trying to go that way. So we climb up this side, and we're going to loosen that cable up there and see if we can pull it back and relieve some of that tension. And then she'll go to walking, and then we'll set the cable back the same number of rounds that we did before. Two, three, four, five. See, she's walking. We'll start tightening back now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, she's walking. So what it's doing right now, it's gonna take it a minute, but they're all gonna walk just a little bit at a time. Each tower is going to move a little bit, move a little bit, move a little bit till it's straight in line, and then they'll all start walking together again. All right, mark it off the list. Now we have got a mad dash to get to Dad and get him going. Alright, we got our USB over here. I'm going to check it and see if Hey Good is on there. And I don't see it. Alright, that is not the right one. Golly, look at all those ants. Woo, right where I parked. Alright, we'll try this one right here. Alright, this will be the third USB I've tried, but I think this is it. Let's check it out. There it is. And then we're going to copy it over to the internal storage of this monitor. So copy. And that's how long it took. That quick. There it is, Delta Pine. And this is the 2141. That's the variety we planted. We planted this variety last year. It's supposed to be some nematode resistant traits in there for reniform nematodes, which is really bad nematodes that we have in our area. And this variety right here did an excellent job last year. It was perfect. So that's what we're going with this year. It's going to be all 2141 Delta Pine, and hope we can repeat last year. Let's see if we can check seed depth real quick before we leave. See? About one inch. Alright, little dude, do your thing. Alright guys, unfortunately now we have got to get back in the truck, head back to Otaugaville. Hopefully Philip will be almost done when we get over there. I'll have to hook to the gooseneck trailer and get his chemical moved to Gray Rocks, and then Mark's over there filling him up with diesel. We'll have to get Philip's truck to Gray Rocks too. And then finally when I get that done is when I come back to the shop. We'll get on the Rogator. I got to get my chemical trailer loaded up. And then we are coming up here to Lounsboro to follow what Dad planted. He was planting Lounsboro, which is right over there. Got through with it, and now he's on the hay good, so we got to do some catching up. Okay, made it over here to Otaugaville, and Philip is in the process of moving his pickup truck. James and Mark are moving the 18-wheeler. They're getting everything to Gray Rocks, and then they're coming back to get the tractor. But I was just looking over his rig while I was over here, and I noticed this outside row right here was bent pretty bad, and the one on the other end was bent pretty bad too. These things are made to break away. They got a little magnet right here, but for some reason you'll get in a certain situation if you're not watching it. You can bend them. So, but this is what they normally do. They'll bend back, and then the magnet will catch and lock them back in place. But anyway, took the rod out, got it straightened up best I could on both ends, so it's good to go now. One other thing I had to do in the tractor is, now that we're going to Gray Rocks, we're going to be putting out a little bit different rate on our 28005. We're going to be putting 34 gallons to the acre of 28005, so that comes out to be about 96 pounds of N is what we're putting out at Gray Rocks on this trip. my goodness, this corn has gotten tall quick. Look how tall it is. I had no idea this corn was going to be this tall. Man, that stuff's growing. Holy cow. It is getting big quick. Last shot of herbicides did a terrible job. Look at all the coffee weeds coming on. My goodness, we got weeds coming on like crazy. Golly, herbicides did a terrible job on the last shot I did. Holy cow, we got a lot to do. Number one, I need to be up here laying by this corn immediately. Number two, Philip needs to be fertilizing like crazy. He needs to put the pedal to the metal. We got to get a lot done in a short amount of time. We're just gonna have to get after it. We got to go, go, go. All right, we got to change of plans. We are not going to be doing any spraying today. We got some light rain that's coming across right now, and it's going to do that for a couple hours. So we're not even going to attempt to spray today. What we're going to do is we're going to get ready for tomorrow. And what that means is, yeah, we're going to have to go back to Gray Rocks. What I got to do is swap chemical trailers. Philip has the trailer that I need at Gray Rocks. So I'm going to take another black trailer, load it up with some boron and zinc and Nutrien. Take that over to Gray Rock, swap the pumps around. That way I'm back with my chemical trailer. I can get it back here to the shop, get it loaded up for cotton tomorrow, and get my rogator ready to go for tomorrow. And then the plan is tomorrow morning, head out. Rain chances will not be as high early in the mornings. Usually we're getting these pop-up showers and stuff later on in the afternoon. So we'll be ready to go first thing in the morning, head up there, knock out Lounsboro, knock out Haygood, and then we'll get everything back here to the shop. We'll be ready to clean out the rogator, swap chemicals, put all new chemicals on the trailer, have it loaded down. Then we're going to Gray Rocks to get on that laying by. So that's the plan. That just makes the most sense today, since it's just not worth risking spraying right now with this light rain. Even though it's light, it's just, we just need to regroup and get ready for tomorrow. All right, let's load some chemical. Alright guys, we just filled up the rogator and got the booms folded out. Before we get spraying, I thought we'd take a look at the beans that are coming up. Okay, so here's the little beans that are coming up in the field. These were planted May the 2nd. We're at what? Thursday, May the 11th. This is Revere 4795. That's the variety, Group 4 beans. They look good. So what we're doing on this particular farm this year is we're trying to trick the deer. We have a lot of deer pressure on the east side of this farm, which is along those woods. So we got beans starting right here. 90% of this farm at Lounsboro will be beans, and then the other 10% is going to be cotton. This is where Dad came in here the other day planting the cotton. So anyways, as you can see, it definitely has not come up yet. I've done it this way before and it worked. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping it's gonna work again, but if you were to plant beans where we got this cotton right here on the east side, I've seen them eat up at least 60 to 80 acres of beans will be completely gone. You won't even take the combine out there. So hopefully we can trick them again. Now they're gonna eat on the cotton some. They're gonna do some damage to it. But cotton normally will come back out and you'll at least run a picker through there and pick some kind of cotton. Beans, they'll just eat to the ground. You won't even know there's a soybean out there. But we'll also be using the Penergetic this year. That's a deer deterrent that I've used in the past. This will be the 4th year that I've used it. So anyway, if they go to eating on this cotton, which I expect they will, we'll come up here, put some Penergetic out, and see if we can hold them back for a while. But let's get started spraying, finally. It's overcast, not very pretty, but it's gonna be a good day. Alright guys, let me get you caught up with what's been going on. I got through with Lounsboro and I got through with Haygood, and in the meantime Philip had called me. Look at these beans down there. I don't know if y'all can see these beans, but boy, they look pretty. So anyway, like I said, Philip called me and he's having trouble with the unreversed rig. What he said is happening is the outside 2 rows are not cutting on, they're not spraying at all, and that machine is worked by like section control. There's 5 sections on it, and what he's telling me is basically one section was not cutting on because we got the little T-jet valves, electronic valves that I had to replace anyway. So one of them was not turning on, so we had a brand new one. When I ordered that other one, I ordered 2 of them, so I'd have a spare, and I had it in the cab with him. I said, go ahead and swap that T-jet valve, and maybe that's it, and it'll go to working. Anyway, he swapped the valve. That did not correct the problem, so I have no idea what's going on. Something electrical, but a new valve did not work, so he's been waiting on me to get over there the whole time. So in the meantime, I've had him and James, they came all the way to Lounsboro. They're getting my 18-wheeler with water. They're bringing it to Benton, and they're going to go ahead and top it off with water and get it to Gray Rocks, because that is where I'm headed next with the Rogator, is to lay by Gray Rock. So that at least helped me out as far as probably setting up for tomorrow to start laying by some corn. So what we're going to do now, I'm pulling into Benton. We're going to get my trailer unloaded. I'm going to get in the truck, and we're headed to Gray Rocks and see if we can get Philip going. Been a crazy week. Traffic jam. Is that all he was getting?
Yeah, just one.
Okay. hallelujah, the unpreferred rig is finally going. So hopefully he will run like crazy the rest of the afternoon. I have no idea what it was. When I pulled up, he had it working. He said the last thing he did was he unplugged the big ISO plug in the back and plugged it back in. I don't know if that reset everything, but the outside section was working when I pulled up. So I went ahead and grabbed the old T-jet valve. We put it back on there. That's what I was doing because I wanted to make sure it was bad. And it ended up working. So that's a good thing because now we have a spare that we can keep in the cab. But I don't care. The only thing I care about right now is that tractor is running, so I got a smile on my face, so we're gonna end the day good, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. I'm gonna stay over here a little while and watch him run and make sure nothing else happens. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. It's been a little hectic the last couple of days, but it'll settle back down, and I'll get back to getting some other video of Dad planting and stuff like that. But we've been hitting the roads back and forth this week. But anyway, thanks for watching. If y'all don't mind, like usual, click the thumb. It means you like the video, helps out our channel. If you want to subscribe, click the Triple R Farms logo over here. Other than that, I'm gonna just keep staring at that tractor and smiling and just watch it run. See you on the next one, guys. We're out.